The same time, if you wrongly confirm death of a person, your death will happen at the end of the day. The people, the society will be making you trouble. More than that, your name in the society will be getting affected. So you are exposing as a practitioner, you are exposing as a compromised practitioner in alternative medicine, your value will be going down, means everything will be affected. So in that aspect, why I am saying these two is, I am taking classes for you in these topics, death and Sarpavisha, okay? Right. Moving on to our subject, Introduction to Serpentology, where I focus more on the part of identification of snakes. That is very important. See, which is there in the premises of your area or where you exposed to. You should identify which is poisonous snakes, which is a non-poisonous snake. So there are a lot of categorization in among the snakes. I'll be explaining one by one. Before that, next slide. Introduction to Serpentology, where the contents will be introduction, identification of snake, envenomation, Ayurvedic perspective, management, and there will be a video at the end. Next. The English word snaka, it's the word snake derived from the English old word snaka, which means to creep and crawl. I have already explained. In the Ayurvedic text, it is mentioned that Sarpati itastato gacchati, that which creeps and crawls, that which moves, ida and tata. So in that aspect, sarpa is, the definition of sarpa, the meaning of sarpa is mentioned in both Ayurveda and modern system is one and the same. So about the introduction part, snakes are one among the 19 reptiles. There are 19 reptiles available. This is one among the 19 reptiles, which has a suborder serpents and order squamata. Snake has, I have explained, snake has no limbs, no voice, no external ears, no eyelids, and only one functional lung. It is having only one functional lung, and it has a long, slender body. In the world, around 3,000, 2,900 approximately snakes known to exist, and it is, most of the things are living in tropical region rather than in rural and urban areas. Next slide. Their skin is covered with scales. In the skin, a scale is attached. This scale is facilitated. Scale is there to help them to move from one place to another place. The scale in their belly is for moving from one place to another. They got very good eyesight, and they had got a flicking tongue which is used to detect the prey, detect the surrounding air and taste the surrounding air where there is prey is approaching towards. Though they lack any voice, they won't be producing any voice. They produce a sound called a hissing sound. One person is smiling. She wrote as, when I given the notes, she wrote as hissing sound. It is hissing sound. One sound is coming like hissing. See, not only you, whenever I am taking classes, whenever I am given notes in the previous colleges, the same thing will happen again and again. And I not having any wonder in this area. So, most live on the ground. Some live on arboric and some on aquatic. Some lives in trees and some lives in water itself. Okay, why this is so relevant? Snake is considered as a most hated animal among the animal kingdom, because they gives very harmful effect to our human body. When it bite, sometimes death may happen, sometimes just like non-healing ulcers will happen. Just like Madam Ashwati Madam told, a lot of anniversary syndrome like wounds are coming. So it is non-healing type also. In hemotoxic venom like viper, a lot of wounds are happening, yes. So why it is so relevant? Because in the records say that, the recent record says there are, next slide, around 2 lakh bites per year happening in India. 2 lakh bites per year. Among that, in 1 year, 15,000 deaths are averagely happening. 15,000 deaths and 2 lakh bites. Where the rural and urban ratio will be 9:1. Once in 9 happens in a rural area, 1 in urban, since the habitat is more in rural than in urban. In India, there are around 300 snakes are known to exist. In that, 60 snakes are known to be highly poisonous. 40 to 60 are mildly poisonous, and around 180 are non-poisonous in India. These are all categorized under 4 major families. In Ayurveda, it is categorized under 3 major families. One is Darvikara, second one is Mandali, and third one is Rajimanda. These are all Darvikara Sarpas itself. The name can be called as Darvikara Sarpa. The name can be called as Mandali. The name can be again mentioned as Rajila, but it is coming under category as the characteristic features denotes various snakes with the same features. So category will be the same. I'll be explaining in the photos. So the major species families are Colubridae, Elapidae, Viperidae and Hydrophidae. Colubridae, most are non-venomous in nature. Just like grass snakes, when you play around the grounds, you see some snake, that is grass snakes. In Elapidae, it is most common poisonous snakes where cobra, kite, mamba and coral snakes also comes. In Viperidae, there are Russell's viper, saw-scaled viper and pit viper is listed. In Hydrophidae, the name itself shows that is sneeze sex. This I have already told you. See, snakes have a flicking tongue. You may be having a doubt in your mind that why it quite often flicks. It flicks since it having no sense organ to smell, sense organ to taste. So it will flick the tongue to smell the see, it's having a nostril, it's having a cavity in between its eyes and nostril. The cavity is used to smell, cavity used to detect the temperature of blood which is nearing to the snake. In pit, there is a species called pit viper, where is a pit organ is there in between its eyes and nostrils to detect the temperature of the blood of the prey which is nearing to it. So the flicking tongue is also a smelling device. When it's come to contacts with the atmospheric air, small particles will come in contact with the flicking tongue, and it identifies the smell, whether it is a prey or predator or otherwise. It is not used to swallow or simply an accessory smelling organ. It's not main smelling organ, it is an accessory smelling organ. Next. Then what is envenomation? Envenomation is an injection of a venom from an organism, from an animal to humans. About 1/10 of the snake species are venomous. Some of the snake can kill the human by a mere bite itself. Some can kill the animals or humans by constriction and some by swallowing, by ingestion. Its species, the size of species ranges from 5 inches to 9 meters. Snakes grow continuously throughout its lives. It's having a peculiarity of shedding its outer skin on each growth stage. Okay, next. Here we should know the mechanism of bite. There are poisonous bites and non-poisonous bites. In poisonous bites, the snakes will be using not teeth, using fangs. The specially organized teeth is called fangs, which is normally pair in shape, pair in number, one pair attached to the upper jaw of its body, head. And in Ayurveda, there are mentions about 4 fangs. Am I right? Damstragam and Damstranipidida. Damstrapadani Chatwari. It's mentioning as Damstrapadani Chatwari. That means there will be 4 fang marks. In that time, I think in the olden days, there may be some snake exist like that. Okay. So what is the mechanism of bite? In simple, we can understand, for biting a human or biting an organism, it should have some venom inside. There is a venom sac attached to its jaw. There is a venom duct connecting to its fangs. And by spacing the venom sacs by its muscles, it injects the venom from venom sac to the venom duct to the fangs instantaneously. That is the major thing. See, you have seen in National Geographic channels extracting venom from snakes. Just biting, injection, the venom will be coming inside. So that's why it is called, the snake bite management is so important. Why is so important? Snake bites are Ashu Marana Karitwa. These are all, death will be imminent. Death will happen all of a sudden. So it should be managed all of a sudden. So Sadhyo Karaniya Chikilsa or Shikra Chikilsa is mentioned in Sarpavisha Chikilsa. This is the poisonous apparatus. There is a poisonous gland. There is a fangs. You can notice the nostrils and pit organ. Pit organ is to detect the prey which is nearing to the snake. There is a flicking tongue also there. Okay, next. So already I have mentioned that. In that the muscle which is used to transfer the venom from the venom sac to venom duct is the digastric muscle. Next. Then now moving to the heart of the presentation, identification of snake, which is very, very important. So better you know, you identify, otherwise you tell, I don't know. That is a better way. Okay, so these are all the big 4 snakes in India. Next. The first one is cobra, second one is kite, third one is Russell's viper, and the fourth one is saw-scaled viper. These are all the big 4 snakes in India. Why these big four snakes? These are all highly venomous that it will end in death of the human being. So it is so important that management of this is very tough when the quality and the quantity of venom injection is in a higher range. Okay? Cobra is scientific name, it is mentioned as Naja Naja, Crate Bangarus cerealius, Russell's viper Davoia russelli, Sawscale viper Equus carinatus. Next. Then I will be showing the pictures. So just see the pictures. This is called Indian spectacled cobra. Why Indian spectacled cobra? These are all categorized under hooded snakes. In Ayurveda, it is comes under Darvigara Sarpa. Why Darvigara Sarpa? Radanga Langala Chatra Swastiga Angusha Dharinaha Bhaninaha Shikragadaya Sarpa Darvigara Smruda. Radhangam, there is a Radha Chakra like structure available. That is the spectacle. There are two round shaped markings in the back side of hood. See, cobra, darvigara categorized under hooded snakes. Hooded snake, hood is an organ which is present over its neck. It can contract and relax with the specially designed muscles. That is called hood. These are all hooded snakes. In that, some markings are available. That markings are Radhanga, Langala, Chatra, Swastiga and Angusha. So in that, in modern science, it is to identify a hooded snake, identify whether it is cobra. There are two major circles on the back side of the hood. That itself shows it is a cobra. Okay, that is just looks like spectacle. Okay, that is called Indian spectacled cobra. Indian cobra is found in mainly in Indian subcontinent. That is in India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh and Nepal, and in Afghanistan also. Its scientific name I have already mentioned is Naja Naja, where a mythological name also evolved, that is called Naga, and it grows up to 5 feet in length. Next. That is spectacled cobra, and this is a cobra with a single ring mark on the back side of its hood. That is called a monoclade cobra. That is rarely available. You may be come across in your general knowledge studies that there is a spitting type of cobra is available. See, these cobras will spit venom on your face. This is called monoclade cobra. Next. This is, of course, you may be knowing, this is the most dreadful and dangerous snake animal. This is king cobra. Nobody survived yet with the king cobra bite. That is the quality of its venom and the quantity of the venom injection inside the body. So this is the world's largest type of snake. It grows up to till this date, the largest of which is found in India, that is 18 feet length. 18 feet is the largest. Okay, then it sees in Southeast Asia and in Indonesia also. There will be a distinguishing, next, a distinguishing a specialty of scales will be present on the head of the organism. That is 11 number of scales are present. These are all the peculiarity to identify whether that is cobra or king cobra. There will be appear in different colors, and these cobras will, once you examine the body, these cobras will, these king cobras will resemble Rajimanda. Am I right? See, there will be Rajis, there will be lines which is, bands which is surrounds its body. Its body is surrounded by, since it is hooded, it is comes under cobra variety, Darvigara variety itself. Everything will be there, Darvigara characteristic features will be there. But it is categorized under cobra variety, even though it's having Rajis in its body. Okay? Next. See the upward gaze. It looks very dreadful. Am I right? See, when it stands, it's just the eyes will be in parallel with the eyes of a human body. That is the gaze, upward gaze of its presence. Next. See, while identifying snakes, here we confuse with the identification. This is a common crite. Otherwise, in Ayurveda, it is called as Rajimanda. Rajimandastu Rajibigi, Snigdavigi, Chitravarnavigi. Okay. It will always looks like Snigda in nature. Just like dipped in oil, it will resemble like just like dipped in oil for frying. Okay. Just like a appearance like that. So it's having a very Snigda in nature. It's having Rajis, where we confuse it with other snake organisms, like confuses with the Indian wolf snake, wolf type of snakes. There are Malabar wolf snake, Travancore wolf snake, where there will be single Raji arranged in a body. Here, two Rajis are simultaneously arranged. You may be seeing these two. See, two simultaneous arrangements. You can identify. This is the main way to identify Rajimanda, especially common crite. See, the thing is that these are all highly venomous snakes. If you wrongly identify it with single line thing, you will be in trouble. Okay? So there will be simultaneously arranged two rings, two Rajis together, and at then the next two Rajis will come with a very small space. So you have to carefully observe that. Okay? See, these are all another peculiarity of common crite is these moves in night. So this is nocturnal in nature. So careful when you are moving outside. Its color is also looks darker. Again, you will be in trouble. Next. This is the most dangerous snake as far as India is concerned. In South India also, the number of which is very high. Casualty is also so high. Here, since its body is so big, see, what's the sloka? Ada Mandalais Vividaishida. Ada Mandali Sarpasya Mandalai Vividaishida. So there will be lot of mandalas, there will be lot of circular patches in its body. Again, one problem will arise where it will resemble like python child. Normally it will be mistaken with the python child, and the people will be taking in the hand. Why will happen? There will be, since it is hemotoxic, stage by stage death will happen also. Okay? These are all, cobra and king cobra are neurotoxic. This is Mandali also, Mandali hemotoxic. Crite is neurotoxic. So cobra, king cobra, crite is neurotoxic. This is hemotoxic. In major big four snakes, this is only hemotoxic, where there will be involvement of renal system, renal failure, and other casualties will be happening. It will grow, it comes under Viperidae, normally you may be knowing. It's a major snake, it causes the major snake bite deaths in India. Number of major death is happening due to viper, this Russell's viper bite. Okay? The next one is saw-scaled viper. See how to identify a python's patch, round patch, and Russell's viper's round patch. How to differentiate? Okay? See, there is. See, the patches have a connection in between. Connected in between. It ends with the connection. Okay? So patches having a connection. In Python, there won't be any connection. There will be patches, but there won't be any connection in between. Next one. This is a saw-scaled viper. This is also highly venomous. In the big four snake, this is the last snake. This is also highly venomous. What happens is, this having a very stout and slender body, the snake is very small. It can grow up to 1 feet to 2 feet. So what will happen? See, it will be mistaken with just like a small creature, but this venom potency is so high that it will kill the person who is bitten. Okay, this small, stout, slender snake can kill a person with its venom. Okay. See, if you identify, I think you may be equipped with the identification of snake right now. Am I right? Any doubts in that? No. So this is most important. Identifying a snake which is poisonous is most important. These are some of the pictures which you can see. I'll be telling briefly about that. The first one is common water snake. This is common vole snake. I told you, there is Raji itself, not synchronizingly arranged. It's a single bands. This is common water snake. You may be knowing, you may be seeing, everywhere it is there. It's non-poisonous, nothing, no effects in a human body. Next. This is python. That is Indian python. This is Burmese python, which normally it sees in trees. This is red sand boa. You captured 2 or 3, am I right? So this is a red color sand boa. Other color also available. Again, it looks like a python child. Okay. Next. This is rat snake. Color will be either yellow or black. This is a peculiar type. This is a tree snake. I think you have caught one bronze back here. One bronze back snake is there in the museum, I think. Okay, Needu madam once collected one and asked me which snake is that. That is bronze back. It's available. It sees in trees. It is also non-poisonous. No harm to the human body. There will be a bronze colored markings above the body. That is uniform in nature. See, now it's about managing snake bite. See, I have already mentioned in Ayurveda and modern science, we can manage snake bites. Madam have told already a lot of yogas in treating snake bites. But the most important thing is, both in Ayurveda and modern system, focus should be not to make the patient panic. So reassure the patient first that you are okay to prevent the spread of the venom to other extremities, other areas. Here also the management will be more or less same. Reassuring will prevent spread in modern science. It will prevent the vega movement from one vega to another vega through kala, where we can have treatments in kalas where it will show veganusara lakshana. So we have to design treatment in which vega it belongs and how to prevent it from moving one vega to another vega. Okay. See, in modern science there is a lot of similarities as well as controversies in treating snake bite. In modern science, the similarities may be immobilizing the case. Pressure immobilization is a major thing to prevent the spread. First aid methods can be given. There are Charagoktam, Chadurumsha Vivakrama is there, lot of treatments are there in Charaga Samhita. But we have to be very careful that spreading the venom from one area to another area has to be stopped first, since it is Ashu Marana Karitva in nature. So the treatment will be next. In modern, we have to prevent the further spread. We have to assist the patient to the nearest hospital where anti-snake venom is available. There are two types, polyvalent anti-snake venom and monovalent anti-snake venom. The doctor who is treating have a skill to fix the dosage of anti-snake venom, whether 20 vial is enough or 40 vial is enough. He will be fixing, and on the basis of the fixation, anti-venom injection will be given. Why anti-venom injection is given? Just to neutralize the venom effect in a human body. So what is anti-snake venom? It is a anti-snake venom is, okay, right. A host animal is prepared. How it is prepared? A host animal is selected. Mainly it is horse. It is hyperimmunized with small prescriptions of small doses of snake venom. It is hyperimmunized, serum is derived, anti-snake venom is prepared. So it is monovalent and polyvalent in nature. Monovalent can be prescribed for only one snake, and polyvalent can be for all the snakes. Okay? In Ayurvedic perspective, I have mentioned you Sadhyo Karaniya Shikra Chikilsa. Sometimes it will be a joke while reading all those things. Am I right? We have to bite the snake back. That is the first line of treatment. So what's the logic behind that? We have to bite the snake back, or we have to bite it some wooden pieces and all. What is it? Just to make the patient assure that he won't be dying soon. Okay? The same thing is happened to that snake also. That is the main, just to make assure that nothing will be happening to that person. Then Doshanusara Chikilsa, it's already there in the text which dosha is affected. In while explaining the categorization, Darbhigara Sarpas are Vada predominant, Mandali Sarpas are Pitta predominant, Rajala Sarpas are Kapha predominant. So Doshanusara Chikilsa on the basis of Doshi predominance should be formulated and executed. Then Veganusara Chikilsa, that is most important. There will be Vega Lakshanas, where in which dhadu or which Vega the venom is present, and which and on the basis of symptoms expressed on the particular Vega, treatment is designed and medicines are given. Then Vishesha Chikitsa on the basis of specific signs and symptoms. All of a sudden, and in the later stages, Vishesha Chikitsa and Upadrava Chikitsa also formulated. And mainly there is a major treatment protocol fixed by Charaga. That is Chaturvimshati Upakrama. Next. See, since the topic refers to Ekala Dravya Prayoga, there are Agraushadhas mentioned for these three snakes. That is for Darvikara, Ashwagandha is a potent antitoxic agent. For Mandali, Shita, that is Chandana. For Rajila, Shundi is mentioned. Then common Agada Yogas, I need not explain each and everything since everything is explained by Ashwati madam. Common is Neeli, Tulasyadi, Kashayam, Shigru Punarnavadi Agadam, Mrida Sanjivani Agada, Vilwadi Gudiga, Jivaraksha Gudiga, Mrityunjay Agada and Hingwadi Agada. Everything is already explained in detail by Ashwati madam. So the next one is, I'll be showing a video just to identify, you just listen one by one, just to identify the snakes. This is important, okay?
People are very frightened of snakes. And in India, we have almost 300 different kinds of snakes. Most are absolutely harmless, like this beautiful vine snake. But there are some very deadly snakes in India, and they kill thousands of people. These bites are accidents, and they can be avoided.
There are 15 species of Indian snakes that have killed humans. But just 4 of them account for the majority of snakebite deaths in India. Knowing the habits of these snakes and taking steps to avoid accidental encounters with them can save many, many lives.
Close to 50,000 men, women, and children die in rural India from snakebite every year. The 4 species of snakes that cause most of the bites are Russell's viper, cobra, crate, and saw-scale viper. Snakebite is a problem that can be solved by learning about the snakes and how to avoid them.
With its raised hood, the cobra is the universal symbol of a deadly venomous snake. With a neurotoxic venom and a bite that can inject enormous quantities of it, the cobra ranks as one of the deadliest snakes in India. But in spite of their bad reputation, cobras are actually frightened of us. When met face to face, they do everything they can to scare us. By spreading its hood, the snake appears larger and menacing, a clever attempt to scare you. It isn't trying to attack, it is trying to say, "Leave me alone." If making itself look bigger doesn't work as a scare technique, the cobra pulls an ace trick. Its deadly strike. But in truth, the strike is often a harmless sham. A slow motion shot reveals the hidden truth behind the strike of a cobra. Often when striking, a cobra keeps its mouth closed, a sure sign that it has no aggressive intention. It is actually a quick, harmless tap on the leg to give a clear warning message. In spite of the cobra's intimidating appearance, their natural instinct is to shy away from humans. They avoid us whenever they can. When they don't perceive us as a threat, they simply slip away. Cobras thrive in agricultural fields where their favorite prey, rats, are plentiful. For rats, these crop fields are a happy hunting ground for easy food, and they dig their burrows along the bunds. Cobras are attracted by the rats and also move into the fields. Fields become snakebite danger zones because of this. Most rural homes are close to crop fields. Having cobras residing close by can lead to problems. Rats come into homes in search of food, and where food is available in plenty, they become permanent residents. And where there are rats, cobras will follow. When snakes find that prey is plentiful, they tend to forage in the same area. They track rats and other prey using their keen sense of smell. And once a venomous snake takes up residence close to humans, there is a chance of an accident. Cobras are shy of humans, and their first instinct is to hide from them. They will find the nearest safe place that they can feel secure in. The snake is actually trying to keep safe, but unfortunately this can lead to a situation where an unsuspecting human can encounter it. For the cobra, a human hand that gets closer and closer is a threat that has not heeded its warning. However, the person is totally oblivious to the presence of the snake. Most accidental encounters with cobras inside buildings happen in the same sequence of events. Rats enter buildings in search of food, and cobras follow them. To reduce accidents with cobras, especially in human habitations, people need to take action against rats. Keeping the home rat-free takes away any attractant for snakes like cobras. The saw-scale viper may be the smallest of India's 4 deadliest snakes, but it is extremely common in some areas and has very toxic venom. When approached too close, they can strike with lightning speed. Saw-scale vipers are found in open, dry areas where they forage for insects, small rodents, and reptiles. When frightened, saw-scale vipers coil up like a jalebi and hiss by rubbing their rough scales together. Their small size makes it difficult to see them hiding in the grass or under leaves. Being a very small snake, people tend to underestimate their lethality. But don't be fooled. This is a very dangerous snake. In places where saw-scaled vipers are common, unwary children playing outdoors can be at risk. The best way to avoid being bitten by a saw-scaled viper is to look carefully where you put your hands and feet while working in the field, and by using a torch at night. Kraits are shy, timid snakes of the night. They may not appear as dramatic or intimidating as the cobra and the Russell's viper, but their venom is the most potent of all Indian snakes. Kraits are completely nocturnal, foraging for small snakes and geckos amongst rubble and close to buildings. They sometimes enter homes in search of rats and mice. Look for the regular thin white bands. That's a krait. Other harmless snakes may resemble kraits. Leave them all alone. People accidentally step on kraits when they walk in the dark without a torch. But there are also numerous reports of a strange scenario that results in tragic human deaths. Kraits sometimes crawl close to sleeping humans, perhaps while searching for rodents, and the result of this behavior is chilling. The sleeping person, without realizing there is a snake next to him, may accidentally roll over on it. The snake may bite the person, but unlike bites from other venomous snakes, the person feels little or no pain. Without even realizing they are bitten, many have died in their sleep. The best precaution against krait bite accidents is to create a physical barrier when sleeping on the floor, especially outdoors. The easiest way is to use a well-tucked-in mosquito net. It is comfortable enough to sleep in and can also protect you from a fatal snake bite. India's most deadly snake is the Russell's viper. Its large size, long fangs, and toxic venom make it a formidable snake. It is probably responsible for most snake bite deaths in India. Russell's viper is sometimes mistaken for a harmless sand boa or python. People have picked them up and handled them. A deadly error that can prove fatal. Russell's viper.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable session.
Now I